They are weak, but he is strong.
Yeah, they gave up their faith to come down here because they thought it was going to be such a great utopia. But yeah, these will essentially give you, like... You'll be able to, fight them better because you know them better. That's what research is. Know thy enemy and all that good stuff. Is this thing functional? No, it's not. You can also get this plasmid here. I'm not going to use it though. It kind of wants you to use it right here, but I'm not going to. I believe you can actually research cameras themselves. That you can. But for now... We'll grab our fat loot here, bring the shoddy back out, and see what lies ahead. Yeah, we have to now photograph and research spider splicers. Spider splicers are those ones that can crawl on ceilings and whatnot, hence their name. They have these little hooks. Splicers kind of vary based on their level of mutation. Some splicers still have, like the thuggish splicers, the reason they can't use guns is that their hands are too deformed to actually grip a pistol or any kind of trigger like that. The spider splicers hold onto these hooks and they can crawl on different surfaces. They can also throw the hooks at you for damage. They're one of the stronger splicer types in the game, so this is the level that introduces them. And even the ones that aren't the super special splicer, by the way, its name is Rose. I don't know how much significance that has, but that's its name. She's kind of a mini-boss. And what could that be? Yeah, one way or the other. Oops. Thankfully it doesn't use up your ammo if you do that by accident. I believe this is actually a good camera to have. Like, this one goes off quite a bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Yeah, what a night that was. Just legitimately having trouble sleeping because of how much this game freaked me the fuck out back then. Pretty crazy stuff. Didn't even have jewel pods back then, so we couldn't just take a hit of our jewel whenever we were freaking out. We had to endure that. It was just a life, you know? It's a lead head, which is the gun splicers. Don't want to use up too much film on these guys, though. Just mainly need the spiders, as I was just talking about a second ago. Give me 1 second. Alright. Thank you for waiting. Thankfully, this area is good for getting film, which we need. Just gonna get a few pictures here. Occasionally you can take multiple pictures of the same subject, so there you go. It always pays off. Going to forego medical expert for the time being. Got some film.
We tricked you, monster.
Thank you for referring to me as part of the Lady Gaga fandom, but I knew you would be here. You're too loud.
You bastard!
Aha! As a matter of fact, you showed me right where you wanted me to be. Quality research photo. Thank you very much for that compliment. And I'll go ahead and fill that bar up. Yeah, you can actually harvest their organs now as first aid kits. Pretty crazy stuff. Ha! Yeah, you can't loot spider splicers. Or you can't loot spiders, what am I saying? You can't loot splicers that you shatter, unfortunately. Except for if they drop like a required item for progression. Other than that, you can't. It ain't gonna work. Yeah, there was my scrounger ability kind of at work there. Thankfully, I did find some film, so that's always nice. Because the camera essentially does have ammo. The one in BioShock 2 is more of like a video camera. Interestingly enough. Just grab what we can in here. More film. Very nice, very nice. This is the Rapture Metro, which is like the mail post office. There we go. Couldn't think of the word. A lot of things went on here. I actually have like another strong like memory association of this place because back in 2008 when I was playing this, there was this girl that I absolutely hated. I don't think I ever even mentioned her in thank you, game. In a previous LP, but like she was kind of the first girl I was ever into, like the first girl I ever tried to date or had a crush on or anything like that, and like she didn't really reject me in a mean way, but at the time she just didn't want a relationship. And me being teen angsty 15-year-old me, I'll continue this after the audio diary because I don't want to overlap. Besides, you don't speak over Ryan.
Council's in an uproar. Riots in the streets, they say. But this is the time for leadership. Action must be taken against the smugglers. Contact with the surface exposes Rapture to the very parasites we fled from. You stretch necks or a small price to pay for our deals.
Anyways, we started off as friends, but I mean after that I was into her back then, and then when I was all angsty and shit, I decided I pretty much hated her after that. Like, she pissed me off so much back then that, like, I remember when I was playing this part of the game for myself, I was like so pissed off at her that I couldn't focus on the game. Bro, you just cut the audio diary off. Look, I'm trying to help you here, but don't cut off the audio. What the hell is this boy doing? Ooh. I mean, this will hurt me too, but it'll hurt you more. Lots of bandages, film, and delicious wine. Part of a complete breakfast. Can I hack the camera through this window? That'd be insane. Aha! Yeah, but like, I was so mad at her for like no particular reason, because by this point we hadn't really spoken in a little while. It had been like over a year since we'd even talked, and I was just mad at her for existing. And I have like that strong ingrained memory of the time that I was playing this particular part of the game and just being like so mad that I couldn't even focus. Yeah, an interesting part of my life that was. Good old 2008 was quite the time. I tell ya what. Let's get what we can in here. Old Harbinger beer. Harbinger of death. Lots of stuff to find here. Like I told you before, this game does encourage exploration. It's not like necessarily... Oh fuck, I switched the... Oh shit. Hello. Just gonna destroy this thing because I don't feel like messing with it. Yeah, definitely an interesting time in my life. Good old 2008. The era of auto-tune songs and YouTube poops. Back when you would always hear Plies and T-Pain all the time. I used to love mainstream rap, dude. That was like the main shit that I listened to for a long time. You wouldn't think it. But I like ate that stuff up back in the day. Freaking Plies, man. The guy that raps with marbles in his mouth.
Hey, listen to me!
Can't listen to you if you're dead now, can I? I can listen to one of these, though. What the hell? He's out there.
Rapture's changing, but Ryan can't see the walls in the woods. This Fontaine fella, he's a crook and a proper tea leaf, but he's got the Adam, and that makes him the governor.
Who calls somebody a tea leaf? What the fuck kind of insult is that?
Building them Fontaine poor houses, like Fontaine recruiting centres. You know it, we're going to have an army of Splicers. We're going to have ourselves a whole heap.
Serve all his commandments. Serve all his commandments.
Turned your back on the Lord, and I'm here to give the judgment. After I get your picture, of course. Thank you, thank you. Get as many of these as I can, because nitro splicers are a bitch and a half to find sometimes, so I just... did what I could. The wall isn't looking too good over here. 5 credits. What is this, Star Wars? Ooh. Oh, I'm full. Eh. Sad face. Yeah, definitely quite the mindset I had back then. Just hating somebody for existing.
Diane, my dear, I'm sorry, but I'll be late again tonight. Rosenberg is demanding to speak about this Fontaine business. I'm trying to build a proper financial market, and this idiot keeps going on about this, genetic modification, that. I'll go spend an hour pretending to pay attention to the poor fellow and be home as soon as I can.
The way he said that.
I'm closing in on the whole ring. I'd pat myself on the back, but let's face it, these aren't exactly bloodthirsty desperados we're talking about. Rapture's full of poets, artists, tennis players, not hired gorillas. But this leader of theirs, this Fontaine, he seems to know his way around the grift. He keeps his nose clean, but not so clean that the right people don't know he's not to be trifled with.
Wanting an item from the service.
Welcome to the
Forgivable. Buying or smuggling items to Rapture. Stay on the level. And out.
We all move the great chain, and the great chain moves us all.
As the respectable lad Sybil turns me away.
Second time you've done this.
But she's a beauty, and she means the world to me. I can't help feel God punishing me for bringing her and Patrick to this place. I thought this would be a better life for us. Can you imagine a bigger fool than that?
Anyway, sorry for that silence. I was trying to let the audio diaries play. Jeez, that Big Daddy's not doing so good. I could kill him for more money, but I mean, I have a lot of money as it is, so... Don't want to waste the health kits. Speaking of health kits, though, I'll go ahead and just grab more. Get myself nice and topped up. Lots of stuff around here, actually. Go ahead and reload that so I can get all these and that. And now I'm officially full. Alright. Oh, hello. Wrench worker? Maybe eventually. Gotta smoke some of that wacky tobacco. Story does have a happy ending, though. She eventually, like, many years later, I'm talking like long after high school, messaged me. Well, it wasn't that long. It was like senior year. She messaged me saying, like, yeah, I'm sorry for being a bitch back then. And I was like, hey, I was probably worse to you.
The warp rat didn't get himself that. You got something from me and my crew? Or are you just looking to get criticized? You sit here a spell. I needs to set on some coffee. Maybe put on silverware and the like.
Alright, Peach.
Before you head into the fisheries, a word to the wise. Old Peachy seems about as straight as a dog's hind leg.
Well, don't assume his sexuality like that, man. I mean, I know it's the 1960s, but...
Nobody walks into my swampy carrying heat. Put your weapons in the pneumo, and then I'll let you in.
If that's his price, you're gonna have to pay it. But he can't very well take your plasmas away now, can he?
Good point. And to that end, this is the part that kind of sucks. You have to give up all your weapons, and when you get them back, you're not going to have any ammo. That tiny bit of health just so I can grab that. And oh, what a great surprise. He's not here. I know, who would have possibly thought that the immensely trustworthy Peach Wilkins himself only succeeded in trustworthy by Endo from Kaiji would have a setup waiting for us. But, me being me, I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the fella just likes ice. I mean, not as in frozen water, I'm talking about meth, but here on the Love Game Emporium of thick waifus and LPs, we don't judge. You know? God, I can't see anything in here.
He done told the devil he'd be right back, and the devil says, sure thing, Mr. Fontaine. I have told you a spot. I had promised Fontaine was dust, and now you two are doing his dirty. I guess that makes Ryan wrong, and you...
I'm not sure how you came to that conclusion, old Peachy, but... I mean, for someone whose name is Peach, who's not a princess from a Mario game, I'm not sure what I expected. Really, this is more my fault than yours for stumbling into something like this. Such a naive air about myself. Regardless, I'm gonna make this as hard as I possibly can for you. Had it been anyone else, you would have been perhaps doing a little bit better. But woe is you. I've got all the tools I need. I got pipes, both of the glass and the lead variety. And I'm ready to ice you just like the myth. Like my boy Seth. Isn't it just so generous of him, though, to let us do this? We're just setting up on him like Batman. And he's not saying a word about it. I guess he was too much of a peach. You come right over here, bud. I'll just let them do all the work at this point. Although who's to say I can't do a little bit of this, and a little bit of this. Alright. I'll take that too. I'm just doing photo ops here. Put on some Lady Gaga, because we are the paparazzi. I do have one little complaint with your shindig here. It's just a little too cold. You got no heater running in here, bud. Why don't we fix that? I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. I'm not picky. Get all my weapons back, even though they're... Oh! Hello, addition to the remastered that I didn't know about. So it seems that in actuality, the remastered version does not have the same penalty on you. That's a nice little convenience. I like that. And before we shout power to the people, miss and peace scatter and so incomplete, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So yes, the weapon upgrade station. This will give a permanent upgrade to any weapon you desire. And there's a couple different ones we could get here. But... I do like the pistol clip size. I think for now I'll just go kind of something basic, because this is what I like to call the LOL upgrade. It just kind of fits an LOL onto the back of your machine gun at all times, which, as we know, causes more damage. Standard laugh just doesn't hurt quite as bad as an LOL. Thankfully we can melt all the ice back here. We can go ahead and test this thing out. Let me go ahead and research more homies. 'Cause we can. Come on, one more. There we go.
Fontaine's putting the screws on us and double. He's squeezing us out of 80 points of our cut with the threat of turning us into Ryan if we don't play ball. Son of a bitch. Sammy G comes and tells me he's thinking of going to the constable. And the next day, Sammy G was found in a sack in a salt bottom. We had no choice here. We stay with Fontaine's crew and we're gonna catch the gallows. We take the powder and we end up like Sammy G. Oh, there's gotta be another way.
Sounds like Sammy G wasn't feeling it too much. I love that he says the constable, too. I love antiquated phrasing like this. This is one game besides Fallout you can play to get yourself into, like, old school... You know, old music that plays in this game, old terminology like that. Nothing else I can get in here, can I? Alright. Oh, you can just press RT to search again. Okay, did not know that. Oh man, I'm tripping out again. It's been too long since I've had my jewel. Ugh. This guy would never say the F word in real life. This is all fake. I don't know what's going on right now, but I need my jewel. Oh jeez, this music.
You got it. Should be smooth sailing from here.
Hang on, fam. There's one more thing I want to do here if I possibly can. I'm trying to remember where it is, though. It's not too important. No, I'm not stuck on the actual progression of the game. I'm just looking for things, so bear with me. What is that called again? Oh yeah, Ice Princess. I thought that was kind of cool. Is there? Oh yeah, there is. I'm thinking it's in one of these. What I'm thinking of. Well, not you, but I could always use the research. Thank you, thank you. I'm taking all kinds of shots tonight, folks. I don't have any actual, like, hard liquor, but you know what it be. You know what it be about. Now, if I had telekinesis, I could use those. I remember one time, something else that Alan did was that he stacked up a whole bunch of, he stacked up, like, all these explosives and just set them all off at once. Guessing I can't move through this. Is there something over there? Can't really tell. Because this just leads back out to the... or does it? Oh, I'll take that. No? Nothing else? Okay. Just making sure, trying to be thorough in this lovely LP of mine. As I often like to do. I know there's something around here that I'm thinking of. In fact, it could be around pretty close. Some tied up people. This is nothing compared to what we're going to see later, though. Let me just tell you that right now. We're about to get into the real shit. Well, I guess I missed it, or I'm just blind. But there is somewhere in this frozen area, there is a cat. And could it be up here? There's one of the dead cats, but it's like a special dead cat. Sometimes they're on the ceiling, or those ice formations are anyway. Not cats randomly on the ceiling. That would just be absurd. Is it near the safe? No. That leaves me perplexed. Yeah, we are pretty much done with the Fontaine Fisheries and Neptune's Bounty, all that good stuff. It's a decent level. Every level in this game has its own nice personality to it, and I do enjoy that factor, but it is what it is. Got some fat stacks over here. That's where that was, okay. I was like, surely there's a way to get over here. It's like a whole... It's an area. Ooh, now that was worth it. Yeah, this was one of those games that was like a lot of fun to play on Xbox Live, even like with, like, while talking to people, even though it was a single player game. Just because, like, if you were playing it while somebody else was playing it, you could just talk about all the different stuff there is to do and see. And in that sense, it was just... It kind of added on to the atmosphere, I guess you could say, which this game already has a lot of to begin with, so I guess that says something about it. Just melting things as I go here. I guess I must have missed it. Anyways, there's a cat that's named Schrodinger, and it's a reference to Schrodinger's cat, where if you put a cat in a box with, like, poison or whatever, it's both dead and alive at the same time. It's this weird theoretical thing. Anyways, I'm kind of spinning my wheels here. Let's go ahead and go. I thought I could find that Easter egg, but I guess not. I found it once before, but I mean, it's been so long since I've played this. I could have sworn it was one of those. That kind of bothers me a little bit, but it is what it is. Just making sure I didn't miss any items here, just besides that little unimportant pistol, but that... I don't know why there's suddenly not a quest arrow now, because I was actually trying to get to the next segment. Watch me find it in like the last thing when I'm getting out of here. Huh, I don't know why that didn't count. Here we go. Alright. I do believe that is the end for Neptune's Bounty, Fontaine Fisheries, whatever you want to call it. And next time we'll head further on.
Sad soul.